You guys ran a little zone the other night. Is that something we can see more of?
I think it'll depend on the matchup, and with certain lineups, I think is looking forward. If we get Kamani and Mickey Mitchell back, there's certain combinations that give your zone more length and better success rate. And so with certain combinations, and we work on it, we know teams, because they may not want to deal with all the ball screens they're going to have to deal with our guards and an inside game that they might might zone us more and force us to make shots. So we work on it in practice.
How much did what happened in that game kind of pique your curiosity about what's possible if you do go with bigger lineup?
I think that it just the guards are getting tremendous confidence with the front court guys and playing bigger and driving into the lane, and they're looking to find those guys. Teams have always played our perimeter very on high alert, trying to get out the shooters and focusing on those guys, and I think they're enjoying the fact that they could drop the ball off and good things are happening. And I think there's still an adjustment to them thinking about throwing it into the post, and letting those guys, play off of post play, and we can't lose sight of that throughout the game, and that's a process that they'll go through as because they haven't done that, and we didn't do it at all last year. So just getting them more used to, trusting that they could throw it in there during a possession.
Defensively, what do you think having more big guys has done for the team?
I just think it helps our rebounding and our defense around the basket. I thought Melo's block in the first half and Lake's block in the first half on drives to the hoop, kind of makes the guards think twice about going in there, and they miss some layups in the second half as we're challenging shots, and they might be rushing to get those shots off. Where in the past it was I don't think anyone really feared going in there against us, especially last year. And so it's nice to have that that protection around the basket.
You're not going to mention Cody's block in transition?
You got me there, Cody. He's and I think we watched the film on that, and Cody missed a three, a momentum three, and then he was the guy that went back and blocked it. To me, that made that even more impressive. He didn't hang his head worrying about his shot. He just went and made a big play. But things could be contagious that way too, when you see guys giving effort and challenging shots, and now he's going to do it as well.
It's only been 2 games, but have you gotten an idea of what your defensive potential might be with this team?
I just like where our numbers are starting to shake out. When you look at everything at the end and seeing the field goal percentage defense and seeing the point total and and then playing without fouling a great deal either, putting your opponent on the line and holding a team under 70 points, and with our potential to score, if we're invested in that and we continue to play with that energy and relentlessness on defense, then we're going to be a really good team.
Trey talked about trying to improve his defense in the offseason, and he had a couple of animated possessions on that end in the game. What have you seen from him in that regard?
I just think that we're talking about Romelo's having a nice impact and how good Daquan looks and Remy and what he's doing and Shannon's 50-point game, and Trey's kind of flying under the radar, man. He's guys could get better, even as a senior, and he's had a good, efficient 2-game stretch as anybody. Just with the assists and the low turnover numbers and the rebounding and just the overall quality of his play. He's playing. I haven't seen every team play this year, but it'd be hard to give me a college basketball player that has had a better 2-game start than what Trey has had, in his first 2 games, and so it's and it is defense. Some of it when you watch the film, man, he's fighting a lot harder to get over ball screens, get back in position. He's rebounding. He's in pretty good position off the ball, so he's doing a lot of great things defensively too.
I know the game the other night was a total team win, but is there anyone you're most impressed with?
mean, I think it's the way Trey and Shannon came out of the locker room after the adversity we had late in the half, and just, you know, it was frustrating because I thought we played better than they did for majority of that half, and then we were down 6, and then to respond the way those two individuals did, just, you know, Shannon got a steal and a dunk, he hit a 3, you know, Trey, same thing, a 3 in transition, and just very determined to take the game over. I mean, they really took the game over right by the throat in that game, those two to start the second half. And like seniors and guys that are really good players do when your team needs it. So exciting to see that leadership.
On Remy, what have you seen from him in the first 2 games, and what do you like most about his game?
Just how, you know, the impact he has. I mean, I told him after, you know, I've seen you shoot a lot better, and he didn't shoot the 3 well for San Diego State, but just all the other areas, his communication, his life at both ends of the court, his energy, and, you know, his playmaking. You know, just he puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and when we get the outlet passes to him and he's pushing it, you know, he did a great job of just drawing a bunch of defense to him in the first half, and he threw a pass back to Trey for a 3, and, you know, he had several other, like, really good plays in the open court. And so yeah, I mean, he's not playing, you know, like a typical freshman would be playing this time of year.
Did the way DeQuan and Romello team up on the floor together maybe even exceed your expectations for what you thought they could do together on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, it's DeQuan has really come on. He's you know, we knew he was talented and a gifted guy, but he's just developing, you know, even a lot faster than I thought. And you know, those two guys together kind of taking turns getting rebounds, and it gave our guards a breather and not have to worry about doing that. And you know, they were getting offensive boards, defensive boards, and blocking shots. So yeah, those two will certainly see time on the floor together moving forward.
How do you avoid a slow start against NIU on Friday?
Just you know, just remind everybody that this is we're 2 games in, and we're trying to get better as a team, and you know, there's no time for victory laps at this point in the year, and just you know, we got everyone fresh yesterday, and, you know, had a good day on the floor today, and, you know, we haven't done anything really, you know, to this point last year to earn the right to just no matter who you're playing, just show up and expect you're going to win. So we're, you know, we worked hard today. The guys practiced well, and hopefully there's carryover tomorrow.